Hello, everybody. We are starting our set of interviews from Runway, and our first guest is Karsten. Thank you very much for coming, and I will just directly jump to the questions about your stay in Silicon Valley and what's your goal mission here. So, Karsten, first question, where are you from?
Yeah, thank you first for having me. I'm from Germany, Dresden.
And so you came with company. Could you describe us a little bit what's your role within the company and what is the industry you are in?
Yes, so I'm the COO of Data Virtuality, and we are in the space of big data. So one sentence, Data Virtuality, and we developed the first logical data warehouse. So we make it easy and for companies to connect to all their different data sources and to have them in one repository where they can do analytics on top of it. So it's really a building block for each advanced analytics strategy and setup.
What is the stage of your startup?
So we are now looking for Series A. We have passed like a long seed phase because it's a very technical product what we have. We came out of university and we have raised 4 million already.
Wow, that's good. So my next question was like if you can present your Hollywood pitch, but you already introduced the company.
Yes.
Do you have something like really sweet, short, it's killing when you do your
How
presentations?
short? 10 seconds, 30 seconds?
Let's do 30 seconds, the proper elevator pitch.
Okay, 30 seconds. So one of the biggest problem in our century is how can we actually use all the data we have and make information out of it, because information is the oil of the 21st century. And companies, they have the struggle, and Data Virtuality has developed the first logical data warehouse, which makes it easy within a couple of hours to connect to all your disparate data sources, Salesforce, Google AdWords, anything, and you have all your data available for analysis, all speaking SQL instantly, and you can use this data and gain the information out of it.
Okay, interesting, and I think you are on the right place because Silicon Valley is all about like data-driven business and this very technological approach. And so, how long have you been here, and how long do you plan to stay?
So we came over here in October 2014. So we have been here now for more than a year. And for us, it was a strategic decision to come here. So we actually plan also in the next years to be here. And we also plan to make the Silicon Valley as kind of our main office of the company.
So the question, why did you decide to come here? You already answered, but what was the impulse for you to really come here?
The impulse, I mean, in the industry where we are big data, and this is the center of gravity in big data. It's in the Silicon Valley. So here are the people who are leading edge in this industry, who understand it, who know it very well. The thought leaders, many are here. Here on the one side, so the technical know-how is here. Here are also the people on the business side who actually know how to grow a company, how to innovate with a business model as well. Because it's not only that you need a great technology, you also need a great business model. And this is also where Silicon Valley is actually more famous for, is the business model innovation. And you have also, I mean, capital is here, and the whole environment of and very ambitious entrepreneurs pushing each other.
So far, what were the biggest benefits for you of your stay in San Francisco Bay Area?
Yeah, the biggest benefits for us, one big benefit is the network we gain here. We have a network to very experienced people within our industry, but also within other industries, but who know how to innovate with business models, how to grow a company, how to build companies. Another advantage is, and this is very surprising, was surprising for us, we didn't expect this, that it also has a kind of a reputation effect. Now we can say we have offices in Germany, we have office here in the Silicon Valley. So now we are not just only the little German company, we are a global company. We have global customers all over the world, many continents. So this makes us global and also very international.
Yeah, those are very like obvious and good benefits, and that's why like companies come here. Can you also see maybe like in near future, let's say 3 months, some other benefits that can come or advantages you feel that may arise, help to grow your business?
So I mean, we're working strategically, so we are not looking like in a month and then this happens. For us, I mean, we have found our US subsidiary, so we have officially a subsidiary here, and we now start building our team here, and we are starting our sales and marketing team here. I mean, our technical people, they are in Germany and they're all there. And here we build now this team. So in the next 3 months, we will see that our team here will grow very much, and that we maybe also outgrow the runway, depending on this. So this is what we see and what will happen.
Good luck with your growth. And now we know what the benefits are. Are there any pitfalls you are experiencing here?
I mean, we came here with the help of a program which is called German Accelerator. So that was very easy for us to come here, and they helped us avoiding a lot of pitfalls. So the German Accelerator program is a program financed by the German government to support German high-tech companies with the market entry in the US. So they have already the network, and they taught us already what to do and what not to do. And so we could avoid the biggest pitfalls. However, I would say the biggest pitfall for entrepreneurs coming over here is losing focus. I mean, especially if you have a company in another country and now you're thinking of opening up a subsidiary here, is you then basically operate in 2 markets. The European market, especially the German market, is different than the US market. Marketing there is different than marketing here. Sales is different than here. Like, you basically have to operate almost 2 companies, and if you don't have a certain size, which maybe what I would say at minimum 25 people, you should not just open an office here. You should basically either move all the people, or you should have a certain size in order that you open up an office. And it should be very targeted. What are your goals here? What do you want to achieve here? To not lose focus.
And are there any like real disappointments for you? Maybe you were expecting something that didn't come.
So the expectation mismatch and what we had before we came here. I mean, you hear of venture capital, you go there and you see the sums of seed money you raise. There's a lot of expectation and hope. And I think many entrepreneurs, also we came here to say, yes, we are here, we have a great product, we are really convinced of what we do. We go to the VCs, we raise the money. But this is a whole ecosystem for itself. So it's not easy to raise money if you're not a US company here. There are only very few investors who actually invest in non-US entities. That's the first thing. And the second thing is also the investors, they want to have the management and the whole team here. So if you're as it is in our case, you have your main company still in another country and you're opening up as a subsidiary here, the US VC would not invest in the subsidiary. They would invest in the GmbH in our case, in our German entity, but only very few do this. So fundraising is actually kind of a disappointment because everything needs to be American and everything needs to be here in order to have a chance for fundraising.
So now you have like certain knowledge, all this know-how about Silicon Valley, Bay Area. If let's imagine you are coming from Germany in this moment, what would you do differently with all the know-how you are already having to compare when you arrive with how it's any previous experience?
Yes. So what would we do differently if we could come now? I would definitely, and this is what we did, so we didn't do it wrong, but I would do it definitely again, is taking the help of a program or taking the help of any kind of initiatives. And here are many initiatives which help foreign entrepreneurs coming here. Because the Silicon Valley, although everything is, you have Twitter, you have all this connection, this digital network where you can communicate very easily. Nevertheless, this exists. Many things are on a personal level. So you want to go somewhere and you want to be with someone who has already the network so that you can get a jump start. So I would definitely recommend go with a program here there are many of those country accelerators, or even there are down in Palo Alto also some initiatives where you have a co-working space, and they also support especially foreign entrepreneurs to come in and give them the access and easily to do the first steps there. So I would look for those kind of first steps. And I would also advise, before you come here and before you make a decision to stay here, come here for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months, and scout yourself and see if this is really the thing for you. I know many entrepreneurs, they came here and they decided then after 2-3 months, I've learned so much, and I've also learned the US or Silicon Valley is nothing for our company. We need to focus on our home market. So they said actually it was very helpful because I just figured out the US is not for us, or is not for us in this moment. And this is a very good learning instead of coming here and losing focus.
So now, like something more practical. How did you look for accommodation or even like the place where you will work? Was it also like help from the German accelerator, or?
Yeah, the German accelerator helped us here with Runway, with the co-working space. But co-working spaces, here are many co-working spaces, so I think this is it's not a problem to find a co-working space. Housing is tricky, and housing is frustrating. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just in the last 12 months, rents raised by 30% again. It's unbelievable. What we used and what I used is Craigslist. You find there are some people where you still have the chance to get a room, also on a short notice, but you need to look carefully. And I can suggest Craigslist. Start there, contact the people, call the people. Actually, don't email them from wherever you are. Like really get somehow a US account or call them and talk to them and say your situation. So I've been using Craigslist. That has helped. Besides Craigslist, there are also some hacker houses and hacker homes. They focus on external entrepreneurs who want to come over here and just stay, for example, 1 week to 3 months to explore this. And those hacker homes exist, and they are more friendly towards entrepreneurs. That can be a great step. And to know the pricing, I mean, a separate room here, you need to, let's say the smallest and cheapest you can get, like $1,000 to $1,500 per month. That should be your budget if you want to have a single room. More likely to be in the $1,500 direction.
And so, did you bring more people from your company, like the entire team, or you just went individually, person by person?
So we do it like the management. Like I'm here, like the other 2 C-level people, they are one of them is in Germany, and the CEO is going back and forth. So we did not bring besides ourselves, but we have hired people here. I mean, this is one thing we wanna have the knowledge, the market knowledge from around here. So we hire people from the Silicon Valley.
So in your specific case, what was the key reason to move here? Open up new market, or?
Yeah, the main reason is, for us, it's one is the market, but it's more like the company culture. Like, although we are a German company, less than 50%, and we are 25 to 30 people, less than 50% of them are Germans. We have many Ukrainian, we have Russians, we have Italians, we have Americans. So the Germans are actually a minority in the company. So we are very international. So we, even when we were in Germany, we didn't say like we're really a German company, we're an international team, but we have a German entity. And this concept we want to transport to here, and here are actually the companies who have also this culture, who know how to build companies in this war of talent. And this is just for us a really good place to be, because we see, if we look left and right, there are exactly the people who also follow those concepts and who have experience in growing companies in those concepts.
So, but you still have like 2 offices in Germany and San Francisco. I do believe it's 9 hours time difference. So how do you deal with this, and how do you also like keep the culture aligned? Because this is a very big problem for many companies, the 2 or more separate location.
Yes, so this is definitely not easy. I think Germany and San Francisco is the worst which can ever be. You know, like it is midnight here, This is when the working day in Germany starts. It's 9 a.m. here. You basically wake up. It's when the working day in Germany ends. So a lot of meetings are either for me very early, which means they're at the end in Germany, or they're for me very late, like at midnight or at 11, and then very early in Germany. So this is definitely not optimal. And we basically, all of our meetings, they're either at the beginning of the day or the end of the day. And during the day is basically for both parties productive time. But I don't know if it's actually good. I mean, it's good that you have the most of your day as a productive time and not filled with some meetings. So we do it at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day for both parties.
Okay, that sounds good. So for you, like, another practical questions. How do you deal with visa and like working permission in the US? Because this is critical part for many entrepreneurs who want to go to the US.
Yes, so we see many entrepreneurs and other friends from Germany coming here with ESTA for the first couple of weeks and months to explore. That works. In our case, I then switched quickly to a B1, B2, so that I can stay up to 6 months at a time. So in the time where we were figuring out how to set up our incorporation. And now, as we know, we have found the ink. We know we certainly stay here. Now, like, I'm going to switch the visa to an L1A, which is basically, which is like an intercompany visa, which allows me to get sent by the German mother to the to the American daughter company. But the whole process of visa, I can just recommend take the ESTA for the beginning, or take a B1, B2. It's also not too complicated to get a B1 or B2. And when you know you want to stay here longer, then think of, is a L1A the right one? Is a E2, like an investor visa, the right one? To get, like, the resume is to get the investor, to get a permanent visa, it's not that easy. You really need to commit, and you really need to also invest.
So, like, for the end, and in general, do you have any tips or tricks you would like to share?
Yeah, I can only say to anyone out there who is watching this, I mean, this has brought so much to the company and to us coming here, like the atmosphere, the creativity of the people. It's just a very special and very amazing atmosphere here, which is very creative, very productive. You just challenge everything. And for me and for us, it is very, very good, and we just love it. So I can just recommend to everyone, come here, take weeks, explore everything, come to Runway, meet people, and I can guarantee you get infected and you want to come back.
That sounds good. Very last question, what did you learn last week?
What did I learn the last week? I learned the last week actually a lot about my visa. Okay. So I needed to figure out the visa. Yeah, that's why I still know a lot. Okay. And this is the most thing that I learned. I've learned it's hard to get a visa, but it's worth to take the work because it's really great to be here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Karsten.
Thank you very much.
It's very, very good advice, I do believe, for everybody. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for the good question, and good luck with
Silicon
Valley House. It's a very great.
Good luck for you as well.
Great platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.